What's up guys, Dakota Perez here, and today I want to show you exactly how you can maintain and take care of all of your fancy and expensive clothes. But before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed already, then hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you get notified when I do upload new videos every single week. And let's jump right in. So if you guys are an older fan of the channel and you've seen some of my original videos, then you know that I released one on applying DWR to your clothes, and I went over what I'm going to share with you a little bit, but I want to bring more information to the table and kind of explain better than I did in that video. So basically, what you're going to want to do is to avoid washing these nice expensive clothes as much as possible. Basically, you're going to just want to use your washing machine as little as you possibly can, because running it through the washer and dryer can sometimes deteriorate fabrics and cause things to shrink or stretch or have all kinds of issues if you don't do it properly. So it's just best that you can avoid that as much as possible. Now, the main way to avoid having to wash your clothes a lot is for spot cleaning. So spot cleaning works best with pants and outerwear, because those are the clothes that you're probably going to want to wear a lot and not wash as often as you would, let's say, your socks, underwear, and shirts. So in order to do this, it's very, very simple. All you need is warm water, some laundry detergent, and a toothbrush. So in here, I have some warm water and my laundry detergent. It's all mixed up. The ratio that you want isn't very exact. You pretty much just want to dilute the wash with water and make sure that the wash itself is kind of bubbly when you are going to apply it. So what I have on the table are 2 pairs of pants that I needed to do some spot cleaning. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to share with you guys all of my maintenance and care that I do with all of my clothes, so you guys can hopefully keep all of your clothes in a better condition and allow them to last you a lot longer than they normally would if you just threw them in the washer and dryer. So I have these dirty pants. If you can see here, there's like a stain. I think I spilled curry on these pants. So this is the perfect candidate for doing a spot cleaning. You're gonna wanna only spot clean on like stains and dried food and things like that. And this method can get rid of a lot of different stains. These pants in particular are black, and the curry that I did spill on this isn't gonna stain into the fabric in terms of changing the color. So that's not anything I have to worry about right now. But if you do stain your clothes, the best thing you can do is to get a wash rag with warm water and then blot the area and slowly rub the area and get it all wet, and then do this method afterwards, and it'll help remove the stain as best as possible. But with that being said, let me just demonstrate with you exactly what I mean by spot cleaning. So you take whatever has your stain, and you're gonna want to mix around the solution a tiny bit just to get the bubbles going. And you wanna make sure that your toothbrush is kind of wet, just like so. And then you just do circular motions of scrubbing on the stain itself. You don't wanna scrub very, very hard, because sometimes that can lead to deterioration of DWR if there is DWR coating on whatever you're cleaning, if it happens to be a techwear piece. But you just kind of go at this and you keep applying more and more water until the stain seems to be gone by looking at it. So my stain is a very large area, so I'm going to take the time right now to kind of just give it a quick little scrub down. Depending on how soapy your water is, you may or may not see little soap suds form when you're scrubbing. Don't worry on whether or not you see it. You just want to make sure that your solution is mostly water and only 1 part laundry detergent. It doesn't really matter if it's sudding up or not. You're just applying less soap to the fabric itself if it's not making soap suds. But it's no big deal as long as you have a good mixture. So now, as you can see, I got most of the area cleaned, and what you can do from here is just let this dry, and if there's any more of the stain left over, then you can go ahead and repeat this process, and you just keep doing that until it's completely cleaned, and then your garment is completely taken care of. You won't have to wash it now. This cleaning method also works pretty well with cleaning hats. If you have like a snapback or a camp cap or something like that, and it happens to get sweat stains, what you can do is you can get a bucket or even use your sink if you close the drain, and you fill that with warm water and you put in laundry detergent or dish soap, and you kind of make a soapy solution. And what you can do is you can let the hat or whatever accessories that happen to be a natural fiber in there, and then you can take that out and use the toothbrush method to kind of scrub out the sweat stains and any oil stains on the accessory itself, and that's a really good way of cleaning it and not damaging it all, because I have made the mistake in the past when I was younger by throwing a hat that I had cleaned that way in the drying machine instead of letting it hang dry, and it completely ruined the hat. So don't ever do that with things that you don't want to have them shrink or possibly be changed. Now, if you run into odor in your jackets or your pants and you don't necessarily want to wash it, but you want to get rid of the odor, what you can do is you can put your pants or jacket or whatever into either a Ziploc gallon bag, or you can get a plastic bag and put it in there and then throw it in your freezer and leave it overnight. That way the bacteria dies in the freezer and then most of the smell will be removed. Now, what do we do when we have to wash our garments if we want to maintain the quality and the integrity of the garment itself? So the first thing you want to be concerned with is, what is the fabric made out of, and is there any prints on the material itself? So if there are prints and your fabric is a natural fiber, you can go ahead and wash it at home. You can also select just the delicate cycle, and if it happens to have a print on it, like a shirt or something like that, let's say you have a Raf Simons printed shirt, something that you spent a few $100s on, and you do not want to ruin it by washing it and then causing it to shrink or maybe change color or something like that, then what you're going to do after you wash it on the delicate cycle is hang dry. I cannot stress this enough. Hang drying is basically what saves all prints from getting destroyed. If you've noticed, when you buy a printed shirt and you throw it in the washer and dryer, after a few cycles of doing that, then it usually fades or it cracks or it chips. So in order to avoid any of that on your prints, just hang dry the object itself. So if you have a garment that's something like linen or satin or something that might wrinkle really easily, then I just highly suggest taking it to the dry cleaner. It costs a few dollars, but they'll get it back to you clean and they'll have it pressed and steamed, so it'll be very, very crisp and nice and all the wrinkles will be gone. So I kind of want to go over some more items that you should or shouldn't take to the dry cleaners, because the options are pretty much spot cleaning and using the freezing method in order to get rid of odors, and then washing some garments and then taking others to the dry cleaners. So the things that you would want to take to the dry cleaners are more formal or your super high-end items. If they are a cotton-based fabric, then you can spot clean and mostly just use the delicate cycle at home and hang dry. You should be good. But if it is something like suede or leather or some kind of material that requires very special care, then that's when you especially want to go to the dry cleaners, because they'll take care of it very nicely. And also, if you don't have like a steam press or some kind of way of making your clothes less wrinkled, then I also suggest using the dry cleaner if you really want that crisp, fresh look to your clothes, because they'll do that. It only costs like $1 to $5 per garment depending on where you're going, so just find the best dry cleaning place near your house and the ones that you trust, and those kinds of high-end garments that are specialty materials, you can take them there and it will extend the life of your clothes a lot more than if you were just washing them at home. Now, for all of my tech wear fans out there, you're probably not going to want to take your shells to the dry cleaner or really do anything specific at home. You can spot clean them with this method and they won't get too damaged. If you want to look at the hang tag, there's a lot of symbols that can go on a hang tag and it'll tell you wash instructions. I'll throw up a chart of the different symbols and what they mean. You basically want to go through and double check on your garments clothing tag and the wash instructions and just follow what those say, and you should be able to maintain the garment as best as possible. There is special detergent and reapplication of DWR that you can throw into the wash for your shells and other kinds of technical fabrics. So if you are needing to up your water resistance on the clothes, then I recommend looking into those. You can check out my original video on reapplying DWR here, and you basically just follow the steps of the Nick wax and you should be good to go in reviving that DWR in your clothes. So the one things I don't really worry about too much with washing and cleaning is my socks and underwear and shirts that I don't care about that much. I kind of just throw them into a delicate cycle and let them dry on low heat, and that takes longer, but it reduces the chance of any kind of shrinkage of your clothes. So That's typically what I do with the garments that are the less desirable ones, or the ones that I am wearing a lot and having to clean often, such as underwear and socks and generally just t-shirts. The best possible settings on the washing machines are the delicate cycles and then low heat for drying. So always remember those, and if you just apply these principles to cleaning your clothes, they should last you a lot longer. And if you are into tech wear, then the clothes probably will last you longer anyways, but it's always good to maintain it as best as you possibly can. So if you guys have any other cleaning tips or little tricks, put them down in the comments below and I will respond to you guys, because I'm always trying to learn what kind of cool things I can do to help maintain my clothes and my wardrobe, because it is a pricey wardrobe at this point. I have acquired a lot of pieces and I'm sure you guys have as well. So it's always good to take care of your clothes as best as possible, especially for people who are enthusiasts of fashion and clothing in general. If you guys enjoyed this video, then drop a like. And if you want to see more videos like this every single week, then hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you get notified every single time I upload new videos on Wednesday. And until next time, stay Gucci.